Alright men, so today we're gonna be discussing something that's going down on Twitter right now. Now for those of you that don't know, there's a music critic that goes on YouTube by the name of TheNeedleDrop. Now for those of you that don't know who this guy is, basically it's pretty self-explanatory. From what I've seen, he's just a normal YouTuber that criticizes music. I mean, to be real with you, I haven't really watched like any of his content, so can't tell you too much about it. However, recently, about like an hour ago, he started trending on Twitter. Now you may be wondering, well, why is he trending on Twitter? Well, for those of you that don't know, there's an up-and-coming artist by the name of Redveil. I hope I said that correctly, and basically this guy, he obviously makes music, and given the fact that we have someone that makes music and somebody who's very critical of a lot of music, we can obviously see where these two things kind of collide, you know? So obviously, as we can all see where this is going, the guy had some pretty critical stuff to say about Redveil's music, and people on Twitter, they're not having it whatsoever. I see a lot of people saying like, oh, the guy's only 16, he poured his heart and soul into this, he should be more respectful, and in my opinion, right, this may sting a little, but if you're gonna choose to be in the entertainment industry, whether that's making YouTube videos, making music, acting, or literally anything where, you know, you're producing content to entertain people, you should expect to get some slack from it. Not everyone is gonna like your stuff. I mean, for Christ's sake, there are 7 billion people on the planet. Not everyone is gonna like you and the content you produce. I mean, there's people out there that I'm pretty sure don't like me and they don't like the content I produce, and you know what? That's perfectly fine, because everyone is entitled to their own opinions. If people want to criticize my content, so be it. I don't care. Do you wanna know why? Because I've accepted the fact that I chose to do content online where I entertain people, and you know what? When people criticize my content or say they don't like it, I don't take it personally, because, well, you should kind of expect to get some criticism and some slack for what you're doing. Even if the guy wasn't really giving constructive criticism per se, let's say he was just kind of saying, oh, this album sucks, you know, you're not going anywhere with music. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty harsh, but man, you're on the internet. Not everyone on the internet is gonna be nice to you. I mean, that's kind of the entire, you know, glory of the internet. The fact that everyone is gonna have their own opinions and not everyone is gonna be nice to you. That's kind of how the internet is, and that's kind of the whole glory of it. So if you're gonna be on the internet and you're gonna have, like, let's say a future career here on the internet, when you get a harsh opinion, instead of tweeting out, you know, F this person that gave me this harsh opinion, you should kind of learn to either take the criticism they're giving you, if he really gave you any, if it's valid, you should learn to take it, or if he just gave a harsh opinion and kind of quote-unquote disrespected you, you should kind of just learn to accept that not everyone is gonna like you. As I said, there's 7 billion people on the planet. Not everyone is really gonna be your biggest fan. And as I said about the age card, man, age on the internet, to be honest with you, when it comes to like criticism, I don't think age should really be a factor, because like, don't get me wrong, maybe the fact he's young may be the reason why it's not exactly the greatest, but man, using the argument that this guy's like, what, 35, quote-unquote bullying a 16-year-old kid is honestly kind of a weak argument. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not me saying that the kid's music is awful. I gave it a listen, and don't get me wrong, it's not exactly, you know, my favorite type of music out there, but I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't that bad at all. It really wasn't that bad. I just think the whole entire outrage on Twitter over it is a bit stupid, and I think the way the guy's handling it isn't exactly the best. I'll put a few screenshots on screen right now. I think him acting like this in response to the entire thing going around isn't exactly the best way to deal with it. There is a possibility he's responding like this to the people that are kind of spamming his socials for saying these things. To be honest, man, I really don't know. I just don't think tweeting all that out is the greatest way to respond. Like 1 or 2 tweets, whatever, but there's at least like 8 tweets of him just going on. Honestly, man, I don't think that's how you should handle it, but whatever, man. That's just my opinion here. Anyways, guys, that's where we'll be wrapping up the video for today. In conclusion today, no disrespect towards this kid or his music whatsoever. It's really not that bad. However, I think the way that everyone's kind of responding to this entire situation isn't exactly something I agree with. Anywho, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to support it by leaving a like on it, and if you guys want to see more content like this, go down below, hit that subscribe button, also enable notifications that way you get notified every time I upload. If you'd like to go follow my social medias, those links will be down in the description below. I'm more active on those than I am here, so if you'd like to keep up with me outside of my videos, you can, links down below. Anywho, thank you guys for watching the video. Please do not send any hate to anyone mentioned in the video. Once again, this is just my own opinion about the entire topic. Anywho, guys, thank you for watching the video. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, peace.
Stay by my side and fight with me until the whole entire world ends. You don't have to go that far from me, my friend. Past these ways are clearing, I can't see, but I still protect.